top defensive line coaches in America. There's a first down run. Jarek Broussard comes to his right. He's down the sideline, 40, 35, 30, and he's out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Jarek Broussard. Back in the Buffalo Stampede, coming out with that nice victory by the Colorado Buffaloes, 48-42 over UCLA. A big part of that in his first career start was running back Jarek Broussard, who ends up being the Offensive Player of the Week in the Pac-12. 208 total yards, 187 rushing, 3 touchdowns. The Dallas product joins us right now. Boy, all of a sudden, you went from unknown to everybody wants to talk to you.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Take us back to that ball game. And, you know, you get out there. I imagine you probably had some butterflies. It's been a while since you've been on a football field in a game situation. So kind of take us out in the field and what that was like for you.
Man, being out on the field was really fun for me. It felt really good to be back doing what I love doing the most. I mean, like, especially when you have to go through so much adversity to get where you want to be. It just felt really good for me and my family.
Was there a time, Jarek, because you've had 2 knee surgeries, right? Was there a time when you thought, well, maybe this football thing's just not going to happen for me again?
Well, there was nights I thought to myself, you know, like, why me? Why me? Why twice? But, you know, God always have a plan for everybody, so you just stick to the script.
Tell folks that really didn't know much about you, a little bit about yourself. I mentioned you're from Dallas.
Yeah,
okay.
Well, that's the thing. So most people think I'm from Dallas because that's where I was recruited, but I'm actually from New Orleans. When Hurricane Katrina hit, I was 5 years old, and we moved to Dallas. And so instead of my family moving back to New Orleans, we settled in Dallas and started playing youth football, and just from there everything just looked good, so we just decided to stay. And so most people think I'm a Dallas native.
All right. Well, I'll say this. Darren Chiaverini, who recruited you, told me one time, he said, first time I saw Jarek, I thought that might be the best runner in that Dallas-Fort Worth area he's seen in about 6-7 years.
Yeah.
How did you end up becoming a Buffalo? Because I imagine you had options, obviously.
Yeah, I had options, but, you know, when I took the visit here, which I would, tell, so many recruits to do, it's just, you know, seeing the mountains was very new to me. You know, being from the South, we don't really get all the seasons.
Sure.
And here, you really get a true winter, a true spring, summer, and fall. It's very exciting, but, you know, I just wanted to, be in a place, you know, full of opportunity, and when the opportunity presented itself, I just took it.
Well, and it was a historic debut on Saturday night, victory over UCLA. We'll continue with Jarek Broussard in a moment. You know, there are other teams here in Colorado that aren't competing right now, but they are preparing, and one of them is volleyball.
Players are definitely really excited. They got there early, you know, and ready to go, and didn't want practices to end either. We've really treated it like a spring training session where we get a lot more individualized attention. That we're really trying to maximize the opportunity we get as a team to play a lot of 6-on-6, to let players play as much as possible as opposed to drill. And so that's kind of what we've done, at least so far. You know, one of the nice things is that we've had a lot more time to integrate those 3 players. Morgan, Rachel, and Maya are extremely talented. All 3 have a really nice volleyball IQ and skill set. It's really exciting to add that group to really what I think is a really deep group that we return. We have just a lot of really good players: Megan, Danny, Sterling. You know, obviously Jenna Ewerts, you know, a returning 2-year starter. Leah Clayton, who transferred in a year ago and had to sit last season, but who's really one of our best players in the practice gym over the last year and this year as well. We return the core of that group and then add some really nice pieces. So we're really excited for where this team is right now and where we're going to be in January. You know, I think the athletic department as a whole has done just a fantastic job with putting the needs of our student athletes at the forefront. You know, Taka, who's our trainer, he's keeping everyone together physically, obviously, and then putting in an amazing amount of work with as far as testing and coordinating and keeping everyone healthy. It's been a tough time, obviously, but everyone's really rallied together around all of our student athletes. For right now, we haven't played in 8 months. I'm giving our players an opportunity to play and have a lot of fun.
All right, there's the volleyball team trying to get itself ready for the season when it happens for them. We continue with Jarek Broussard, the running back for the Buffaloes. 187 yards, 3 touchdowns for this guy. By the way, the historical kind of connotation of that, No Buffhead rushed for over 150 yards in a debut since Heisman Trophy winner Rashaan Salam. No Buffhead ever debuted with 3 touchdowns since Hall of Famer Bobby Anderson. That's some rarefied air. You walk by that Heisman down the hallway every year. That's some rarefied air right there.
It's crazy.
Yeah. That ball game, obviously that offensive line was doing a great job for you. They were opening up holes. I know you give them credit all the time. But not all of them was them. I mean, you had to find some holes. You had to make some moves out there. There's a vision about how you run. To kind of take us on the field when you get that hand up. What are you looking for? What are you trying to see? What are you trying to do?
Well, when you get the ball, you got to think patience. Like, you don't want to do nothing too fast. You don't want to do nothing too slow. And, growing up, I used to watch a lot of Reggie Bush clips.
Yeah.
So I just apply that to my game.
Now, my guess is, knowing Coach Hagan, all right, he's not going to let you, not lose your humility, right? I mean, you can't get drunk on your own wine in this deal. There's still work to be done and stuff to build on it, right?
100%.
Yeah. How about Coach Hagan? What have you learned from him, do you think?
Coach Hagan, man, he's very smart, man. Just trust what he says. Like, he knows a lot, and he would never steer you, in the wrong direction, for sure, 100%.
Yeah. He was a pretty good player here.
Pretty good. He won the Natty.
Yeah, won a national championship, certainly one of the best ever. This guy took a big step in his career. Congratulations on all that went down next week. Now let's get a win at Stanford on Saturday.
What did you say?
All right, so let's get a win at Stanford on Saturday.
100%.
That's right. Jarek Broussard for the Colorado Buffaloes. He and the Buffs will take on Stanford and Palo Alto on Saturday. 1:30 the kickoff. Gary Barnett and I will hit the air on the Colorado Football Network at 11:30 with the pregame show. That'll wrap up this week's Buffalo Stampede. I'm voice of the Buffs, Mark Johnson. We'll talk to you next time.